Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Sunday. All right, guys. Well, I've said this on every single video today. We've done 5, and of course, we have all the TikToks rolling out. We have big news that we launched with Lori K publication. So this Sunday is a good one. But tonight, not only am I looking forward to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I'm also looking forward to White Lotus, the season finale. Of course, you can only get it on HBO, but I know some people were like, Adam, I don't have HBO. I do understand that it's kind of annoying because all of these shows are on different streaming services. But if you do have it, definitely watch it. If you don't, I'll keep you posted. Don't worry. You can just come here and I'll talk about it. But we are live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific with Ashley from Taste of Reality. And in the meantime, we got some summer house to drop. Some Hummer. Yeah. I haven't heard about a Hummer in a long time. What am I talking about? I just think that what am I, overly caffeinated? I don't know. Guys, pop off in the comment section, smash the like button, show some love, and let's start here. Because Lindsay Hubbard did address cast changes and personal reflections of her own when it came to Summer House. She did a recent interview and she discussed several topics related to Summer House, including right here in the small corner, Bailee Henderson's departure. We've heard about this for a while. I'm going to play you guys a clip, but when it came to Bailee Henderson's departure, she kind of explained, and she did a great job of doing it, I think, without getting in trouble, but her role was reduced because the discrepancies between her claims and also her own reality. What does that mean? I get it. She stated, if you are brought onto the show with certain expectations based off of what you told producers, this is fair, such as if you're single and then you turn out not to be single. So she said this in a very roundabout way, not in a matter-of-fact way, but we can read between the lines. She said it's kind of an issue. Yeah, definitely. She also added that Bailee might need more maturity before participating in a show that involves filming weekends together. So she had a few things to say. Now, when it came to Jesse Solomon and also Lexi Wood, I thought that that was also an interesting take that she had, because she commented on the dynamics between them, and she said, we're all watching it, and Jesse was love bombing Lexi. Lexi came out recently and she said, he told me he loved me. Can you believe that he had a woman sucking on his toe? Girl, we believe it. I think Jesse is such a fun addition. Love him. But also, I think exactly how he presents himself, that's what you get. I think that he is a little F-boy. I don't think that what kind of person he is. I think he's a big sweetheart, a teddy bear, but I think that he likes the ladies. And I think if you're going to put yourself in the line of fire in a relationship with somebody like that, then that's probably what's going to happen. I don't wish that on anybody, but I think that's what happened. Now, as far as her own personal regrets and also her future endeavors, she reflected on her time on the Summer House, this show in particular, because right now we might be getting her on RHONY, which would be interesting. I don't think that there's really anything that they could do at this point with the new cast that would make it less desirable than it already is to a lot of the viewers. The viewers have maintained that they miss the Dorinda Medleys, the Ramona Singers, the Sonia Morgans, the Luann de Lesseps. I hear it. Sonia and Ramona, they live in Palm Beach. Luann is just traveling. She now has another show called Love Hotel coming out. Dorinda, I believe she's getting her own little spinoff for Bluestone Manor. I think that's in the works. And I love to see Luann thrive. I love to see Dorinda thrive. And the other two, Sonia had an opportunity with Luann. And what the rumor was, and I don't know if this is true, was that she was very intoxicated while filming their crappy lake show. And it kind of became a producer's nightmare. Can I see it? Yes. Do I know that to be a fact? I don't. So, yeah. But Lindsay did express interest in participating in other reality shows. And she said the Traitors, Real Housewives of New York. And she also expressed her desire to host a competitive dating show, kind of saying, just don't tell Bravo, meaning, I want Ariana Madix's job. Okay. When it comes to Austin Kroll, she shared her experience with him, and she said there was an uncomfortable experience with Austin, and that was during his appearance on Watch What Happens Live. She said that she felt pretty embarrassed as Austin did criticize her while she sat in the audience next to his sister. And Lindsay noted that it took Austin 2 years to apologize, but now they're friends, so we're in a better place. So, okay. But she felt embarrassed. That's not a good place to be. You don't want to feel embarrassed. And especially if you're championing somebody on another show. And when you're under the Bravo umbrella, I know this for a fact, PR, what is it? HR, the network, they don't want you to talk or slam each other. They want you to really champion each other. But then it kind of goes back to that double standard or that stigma, because Watch What Happens Live really, that gives you the platform to weaponize any information that you have against another Bravolebrity, or talk shit on them, or just completely eviscerate them. And then that goes against everything that they're saying as the network. So where do you stand? I don't know. It's like you have Stassi Schroeder and so many other Bravolebrities like Kenya Moore, who were heavily praised for being at moments very sarcastic, vindictive, vicious in their deliveries, but also incredibly entertaining. And they were praised for this. They got more money. They got better time slots. They got more time on screen. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, no, we're moving in a different direction. All right. Okay. Now, as far as Paige DeSorbo goes, she is now venturing into beauty and also publishing. She expanded her career into beauty and literature. So she has a new partnership with TRESemmé, and she collaborated with TRESemmé for their gloss collection. She did a gloss campaign fulfilling a decade-long aspiration that she had. And she said, 10 years ago, I saw Ariel Charnez in a TRESemmé commercial, and I was like, I need to do that. And she emphasized that she had this huge admiration for the brand. And she also highlighted the significance of this partnership in her career. Pretty much this for her is an absolute dream come true. The girl deserves all of it. I know that people get on to me, and I've seen the comments where people are like, Adam, you hate Craig. I don't hate Craig. I think that I'm calling a spade when I'm looking at him, listening to him. I think it's one of those people who are like, hi, how are you? And then the moment that you catch them off guard, or things are not going their way and they respond very aggressively or just out of line, I think that you see a different side of them. And I think that's the true side, because the other one is the mask. And when the mask falls off, that's when you really get to see who somebody is. And I think that's what we're seeing with Craig. But let's get into the publishing of it all, because there is an upcoming book release. Paige is set to release an advice book titled How to Giggle, and this is coming out on April 15th. So the book, based off of what she's saying, it pretty much extends the engaging and humorous content that she already shares on the Giggly Squad podcast with her co-host, Hannah Berner. But she emphasized her commitment to the authenticity across her projects, and also aiming to, I think, genuinely connect with her audience. And I think that her and Hannah have proven time and time again that they have the ability to do that. They sold out over 32 locations, and the fact that they did Radio City Music Hall twice with over 6,000 people in the building 2 nights in a row, that says everything that we need to know. But I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. I love you guys.